Alright, PhoenixTypewriter.com here. We're going to show how to remove the dust covers on a Selectric. This probably applies to the Selectric 1, 2, and 3. This is a Selectric 2. So let's get to it. Let's just turn, this is out of the case already. So we have this decased, which is pretty easy. If you know how to do that, we're going to do the covers here. Let's see, let's move this carrier off to the right. So let's take this cover out here first. Machine off. And what you really need, all you really need is one IBM tool. The key thing is this little hooky thing here, this little piece, because you're going to want to be able to grab the cover and lift it with this. This is going to guide it in, this little tiny piece here. I don't know if they designed that just for these covers, but that works the best. So let's do it. Let's take this cover off here. And there is probably only one way to do this right. So first thing you're going to do is loosen the two little clips. They're not really clips, they're just kind of squeeze in here. So there's a little slot. Right. Let's see if you can see this. I don't know if we're going to be able to see in here very easily, but there is a little opening right there. You can kind of see it right there. So it's right there. You can just flip that up. So that side's out. This side's also got a little opening right there. Just pop that out, so now it's loose. It's loose, and we're going to take it out of there. So all I did was use this tool to get it loose. Now we're going to stick our fingers in here. Grab it on the side here and the side here. We're going to lift this side up first. So that comes up. It kind of catches a little bit, but once it gets up just a little bit, then we're going to slide that forward this way. So now there's a gap up here. There's a gap up there now. When you get it there, pull that side up. You got to move these rotate bands out of the way with your fingers. And you got to watch this cable. It's got to come around there too. So rotate tilt bands up with your fingers. So you got two fingers holding it. Whatever two fingers are left, hold that. And then make sure this cable gets out of the way. So you can maybe flip that up with your finger. Hold the two cables. We're going to lift this up right past those and just pull it right on out of there like that. It also went around this cable down here too, so it just kind of came up out of there. See, that cable is right there, so it just comes up out of there. Make sure it doesn't catch on this like that. And make sure it didn't catch on these rotate and tilt tapes, or you'll have to deal with that. That's the trick. Got it in your hand. That's what we want. This one really needs to be fixed because it's rubbing right here. You can see it, and it's rubbing right here. This is warped a little bit. I will show how to fix that. I do have a quick video how to fix that on one, but there's another way to do it. So that it's out of there. Let's do this other side while we're in the removal process. Same drill on this side pretty much. This side doesn't have a hole, but you can pretty much see the hook right here. You can see that hook right there. Let me get some light in here because I can't see it. So there's a piece of steel right there, and it just pops up over that. It's loose. This side has that little notch in there, and you can see it right there. Just so it's loose now. So it's loose like the other one was. It's kind of the same drill. You can move it a little bit this way so you can get your finger over there, but same thing. We're going to push it this way a little bit with the impression cable out of the way. Lift it up, same thing, move these wires out of the way and get it up past the rotate and tilt. Same thing, there's a cable on this side over right here. You got to get it up out of there, pull it straight up, out like that. That's it. And this one is not usually as warped. It's a little bit, but not too bad. All right, well let's put them back in. So let's move this carrier all back over here. Turn it off. Putting them in can be trickier than taking them out. Let's give it a shot. Again, it's just a reverse procedure, but it's a little tricky. Okay, so we're going to start going in. This cable out of the way with your finger and hold it. And now we're going to get it underneath this cable. So there's a cable right there. It's got to go under there first. So it's under there. Again, get this cable out of the way, kind of just, and then force it, not force it, but it will go as far as this way as possible. And again, take your rotate and tilt tapes and get them above the cover and get that below. So now it's just flopping in there the way it's loose. So we're going to stick these pieces in first, right there and there. And just kind of get it lined up there. Kind of centered, and then it is not that hard if you get it to that point. Take your tool and just push, and it will snap in there. And snap in there. That's it. Cable out of the way. That one's in there. It does have a little movement side to side. That's always fine. Let's do the other side. Okay. Got our cover. Same drill. It's got the cable, the cord here. So it's got to go under that cord. Kind of move that cord out of the way with one finger. And stick it under there. And when you get it halfway, again, you got to be careful on this side. Moving these cables, these rotate tapes up. You don't have to move them very far. On this one, it kind of gets under there pretty easy. This one has got a little trick to it because, I'll center it first. This cable here has got to go through that little notch right there. So it does a little trick. So when you go to push it, again, you want to get this side in first, this back plate. So when you push this thing up here, you've got to get the cable through that little notch, push it, and then down right through that little gap right there. And then it should be pretty free like that. And then again, you can just push this one side to get it in there. It's just latched up. This side is maybe just a little trickier, but not very much. Once you get it in this position, this is where this little guy comes in real handy. It can grip that and push it around that last latch. Push it, and there it goes. Around that little tab. This does have a little side-to-side movement too, so you can move it side to side. Pretty much when you get it done, you just want to slide it so the gap's filled right here in the middle. Slide the other one that way. That'll be fine, dandy. See? Okay, in and out. Lower operational dust covers. It's one of the trickier things to get in and out of with these IBMs, and you have to do that on a regular basis. So it definitely helps have these covers back on. I don't send the machine out without covers on them. It just is the unprofessional way to do it. Things can get tangled in there. Dirt gets down in there more than it should. Those are for protection for a variety of reasons. Okay. That's it. That's our video of the day. Phoenix Typewriter. Good day.